BearPodcast 452.
It involves showing of more fur.
There's nothing like making a pig bottom squeal than using bacon lube.
Village there full of cake.
Hey, all you bears!
Okay, I just saw this on Facebook today. I think he's closeted. You think he's just closeted?
And I got my ass chewed out by everyone.
Thanks, Gilly. Gay, the geek and the bizarre.
Laying on the couch eating bonbons and his junk.
Just that I saw it on accident.
Do some sexting with
You're listening to BearPodcast.com.
He called and then he was freaked out. You're really bitter here.
I am very bitter.
Bitter.
It's been a
Party of
shitty
one
week.
over
Bitter
here.
party of one right here. It's been a shitty week, let me tell you.
Welcome everyone to Bear Podcast. I am Nard.
And I'm Ray.
Welcome to episode 452. And it's the weekend of January 22nd. What 24 here?
21st.
21st. Wait. Yeah, it is only 21st.
First, yeah.
21st. Tomorrow's the 22nd. That's right.
Oh.
Where's your 24 here? Okay.
I was probably fat finger typing.
Oh, okay. Because 4 is very near 1.
Yeah. It's 1, 4, whatever.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 1, 4, 7.
okay. I'll take your word for
On
it.
the numeric keyboard.
I don't know what keyboard. Oh, that's right. On the numeric key, not on the top. Okay.
No, on the numeric keyboard. So.
Numeric keyboard. Okay. So, welcome to Bear Podcast. This is our podcast every
Our
week.
show.
Yeah, it's our own little
Our
show.
little slice of heaven.
Yeah, and then you have to speak louder.
Huh?
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
A little slice of heaven and fur.
Okay. So it's it's weekend of fun. Well, was it? It's been a good weekend for you, right?
Yes, I would say overall it has been a good weekend.
But before we get on with our updates, actually today, Monday is.
Martin Luther King Day.
That's right.
And it's also historic because today is the inauguration of President Barack Obama, who is kind of, I think it's kind of funny that on his second term inauguration, it also happens to fall on Martin Luther King Day. So.
Yeah, that's right. Kind of a coincidence. So good coincidence.
Yeah. So
So it's January 21st, and congratulations to President Obama to be elected again or inaugurated again.
again, so yes, and we'll talk more about his speech later.
All right, okay. So other than that, also, I would like to thank the people from Bear Radio Network
Thanks,
for
peeps.
yes, for having us for 6 years. It's our 6th anniversary
Yeah.
being played every week for the past 6 years
Yeah.
on Bear Radio Network.
Yeah.
So thank you to the Bear Radio listeners.
Yep.
And yeah, it's
And Joe, let's not forget about Joe.
yeah, Joe. So Joe Malucci is the program manager of Bear Radio. He handles Bear Radio. So I give him the show every week. I make sure that it reaches him the day before it gets aired. So he's been playing this podcast as a radio show on Bear Radio. So bearradio.net. It's also you can also find it on iTunes. If you go to iTunes Radio Eclectic, you'll see Bear Radio there, and it's a bunch of Bear music, everything, gay GLBT music, Bear music, Bear artists there on that radio channel, and every 10 o'clock Thursdays and Sundays, 10 o'clock Eastern Pacific.
I thought it was 10:30.
No, it is 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Our show, Bear Podcast, is being played there, being aired. Only the first 30 minutes, but you know, it's an honor. It's been an honor for us
That's right.
to be played on the Bear Radio Network for the past 6 years. Thank you, Joe. Okay.
Yeah, just get the first 30 minutes. If you want all 60 minutes of it, you have to download.
You have to download the rest of it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Ray, what happened to you this weekend?
Well, there was, let's see, what did I do this weekend? I can't remember. Oh, there's Coronation 29, which happened here in Houston for Oresis, which is the Empire of the Royal Sovereign something star.
I could never say it myself.
But they had their coronation this week, and there were two newly elected emperor and empresses emperor and empress. And the Bears always bartended in the hospitality suite for them. So it was pretty good. We had a good time.
It's a good thing you had that kind of party. That's good.
Yeah, the only thing bad about it was it's not over with until 4 a.m. And then you have to 4. Then we have to kick those bitches up out of there.
Wait a second. But TABC regulations.
We're not selling alcohol. We're just bartending. It's a hospitality suite.
Oh, so you just give away.
Yeah,
it's not selling. You can give away.
Yeah,
Okay.
giving away. It's free rock gut. So we kicked everybody out at 4 o'clock, cleaned up, and left. And by the time I got home, it was probably a little after 5 because it was so foggy Sunday morning in Houston, you could only see about 10, 15 feet in front of your car.
That's scary.
In fact, one of the girls I worked with, her cousin ran a dead-end street. With the street, it did the whole T thing, and it was so foggy, he jumped the curb and went through a salvage yard.
Oh, wow.
And then the guy behind him did the same thing.
Oh, God. Nobody got hurt, though.
Nobody got hurt, just bunged up, scratched up, but it was one of those things that happened early in the morning, so. So did that. Let's see what else happened. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I had a great first date.
A what?
A great first date.
A first date. Ooh.
So
Ray had a date.
it's very good.
Ah. We're supposed to show here, but it didn't come up for some reason. I think I screwed up the digital media that's supposed to be showing behind this.
But at dinner, you were asking me some questions that you and Mike had. So what are the questions?
What were the questions? What were those flowers for, and who did it come from?
They came from someone very special.
Oh, it's very special.
No, I've been chatting with somebody for a couple weeks. Well, I don't even think it's been a couple weeks. It's been about a week. We've been talking. And then we started texting. And we just really hit it off real good. And we couldn't actually, because of our schedules, actually supposedly see each other until tomorrow night. But last night he was like, I said, what time do you get off work? I said 11. I said, oh God, that's so late for me. Not that I was asleep at that time. It's just going out and doing stuff. So I said, okay. So let's meet. So we met in this little bar downtown. Cool bar. We'll talk about that some other time. I'll take you there and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
It's a historical site in Houston. It's around the block from the Eagle. I'd have never known it was there if he hadn't told me to go there. But he used to go there when he used to live in Houston. Guess he just moved back. So we went there. So I went there to meet him, and he showed up with flowers and candy and chocolate
At the bar?
at the bar.
Isn't that a little awkward, though? You have flowers and
I think it's awfully
candy.
damn romantic.
Oh,
and
it
you know,
is.
it's one of the few times anybody's ever done that for me.
Aw, gosh.
And since the last couple of years, I've been so bitter and
I know. But now look at him. If you guys are watching this video right now, Ray's all gelled up. Look
well,
at
that's
that.
because I was so damn tired this morning. I put on too much
Look at the
gel, and
hair.
it was like, now it's all slicked down. So I put
Or
on
is there something about Mary?
yeah, pretty much. So no,
No, it's not.
not some Axe gel. So
Axe-
but I
not
put
Axe
too damn
gel.
much on this morning,
Okay.
because I was half asleep.
I've never seen you put so much gel in
Trust me, it was not intentional. I was asleep, and I went,
Look at that.
oh, and then it was like standing all up. I was like, oh shit.
So much gel.
So
We should take a closer pic next.
it looks like I'm a greaser almost.
Yeah. Well, it's good for you, and
So, yeah.
maybe we'll flash the flowers later or something.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
And they brought me some incredible chocolate. It's a Trader Joe's dark chocolate caramel sea salt candy bar.
Oh,
It's
You know-
awesome.
sea salt. Yeah, sweet and a dash of salt really does have a
Yeah.
contrast.
And with that, dark chocolate, it's bitter. So they really did this thing with the bitter. They had caramel in it, and then they had sea salt. So you get the bitter, the sweet, and then the salty.
Yes, that's
It's
right.
a great combination.
I can imagine. Okay, my mouth is watering already.
Yeah.
Well, last weekend Mike and I ate something similar. Actually, salty and sweet, caramelized. Actually, they call it praline praline bacon. We got it from a restaurant called Elizabeth. The Elizabeth's.
Anything's good for bacon.
Yes, bacon covered with caramelized sugar or whatever. Yeah, I think it's praline. It's like, imagine pralines with nuts, but this time it's bacon, so it's really good. Oh,
Bacon.
very crispy and very sweet also. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to New Orleans this weekend. I kind of surprised my partner.
Oh, he didn't know you were coming?
He didn't know. He didn't know. Well, he had an idea I would arrive on Thursday night, but then I surprised him. Hey, hello. And then he was surprised. Oh,
What? When did you go down?
Thursday
During the day instead of night?
at night.
Oh.
He was expecting me the next day.
Oh.
Instead of Friday, I went there on a Thursday. So
He just went ahead to see if he was tricking or anything.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Sneak up on him and be like, bam.
and I'll take pictures. Anyway, so we hanged out the whole day Friday. Well, actually, he went to work. I just stayed in the house. Just
You didn't grade papers for him?
No, I didn't this time. I usually do, but usually on a weekend. But he didn't have much papers this time, so I got to.
So if they're Asian, do you automatically give them an A?
That's right.
If you
Oh,
see
it's
a,
an Asian name. You get
if
an
you see a
A
who
plus.
or a boo or a trong,
Yeah.
just say A plus.
A plus.
And then if it's some white people name like Smith, oh no, we got to go through this fine tooth comb.
I'll give him an Asian F. I put a B.
B.
Yeah. An Asian. Okay, so that was the weekend. Actually, I hanged out with Johnny. Johnny was there too. So
Johnny Lee?
Yeah, he was there also. So we ate out at the Acme
For
Oyster.
volleyball.
Yeah, he played volleyball. Volleyball. And they like tossing too. Oh no, sorry. What is it?
Tossing salad?
Tossing. In the Philippines we call it to toss
Okay.
the volleyball, but
In prison, they call it tossing salad.
they call it setter or setting it up or
Yeah.
setting. So when you set the ball. But I remember it being called tossing the ball. So whenever I say that, Johnny would laugh at me anyway. Anyway, so yeah, it was a fun.
So did his team win?
They got eliminated early in the morning Sunday, but it was good because there are about a few hundred. It's gay volleyball. It's the Mardi Gras volleyball tournament there at the convention center, which reminds me, there's gonna be a Comic Con there in a couple of weeks from now. It's a New Orleans Comic Con, and
And you're supposed to be sending me information on this so I can look into it, right?
that's right. Well, there's such a thing called Google. You just say New Orleans Comic Con, you're good to go.
But you would think that if your friend says, "Oh, there's a Comic Con thing, blah blah blah," and like, "I'll tell you about it later," and then you would think they would send you a link.
I'll send you a link now. Hold on, let me email
Yeah.
you. Okay. But anyway, so we were there at the convention center, and it's really big, and
That's what
about
she
20
said.
and 25 courts, and there are lots of bears playing. You would imagine, bears wouldn't be too agile, but some are agile, and of course there's lots of Filipinos too. Lots of Filipino volleyball players.
I bet.
Yeah.
And badminton players.
Badminton players. No, we didn't. Just volleyball. There was no.
This is men
badminton.
are playing badminton.
Yeah, to all those who listening to this, Ray just did the jump. Okay, but anyway, besides the volleyball, we also got to watch Django Unchained, which you don't want to watch in the theaters, right, Ray?
Right. I want to wait for it to come on DVD because that's something I want to watch at home.
Why? It's pretty good.
I'm sure it's a good movie, but there's just some things like I want to watch. I didn't want to go see The Descendants in the theater. I watched it this weekend,
And
and it was awesome. I mean, it's a very great movie. I loved it.
isn't that a band, The Descendants?
I think it is.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite bands.
But this is
actually,
a
The
George
Descendants.
Clooney movie, so
Yeah, that's
and it was actually very, very well written, and I liked the whole storyline. It was sad. It was very sad, but I liked the whole.
Was there sex?
Not on screen. There was sex before the movie started that led up to some of the bullshit in the movie.
Oh,
So-
okay, all right. There's probably a kissing.
So I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen The Descendants yet, I mean, it's on HBO now or Showtime or one of them.
Oh, is it?
HBO, because I think that's where I record. Because it was actually on during Christmas, and I saw it coming on, and I hit record, so it recorded it.
Oh, okay.
So-
You did that. Anyway, something special also in New Orleans where Mike's apartment is right now. You know Zachary Levi, You ever heard of him? He used to play Chuck. Remember Chuck? On NBC.
Okay, yeah, that Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah.
The guy who got a computer installed in his brain,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yeah.
He was there at the back of Mike's apartment building, and they had trailers there in the parking lot, and they're shooting a film. Something like Remembering September or something like that. I can't remember. Or some...
Did you interview him?
I can't find them. I kept looking, and we were kind of stalking and see who's coming out of the trailers. We didn't see anyone come out, but just the crew and everything. But on Esplanade Avenue, they were shooting parts of the film there, and then I think they were just wrapping up, and you could tell because there was a big rack of makeup. Could have taken one of them too. So, hey, this is makeup from Zachary
So you
Levi's.
could have been on Face Off.
Yeah, I could do face off. So that was fun. I mean, just the anticipation of seeing Zachary Levi.
Well, he's cute. He's a cutie.
Oh, I bet you do like him. Anyway, so some of the pictures here. Oh yeah, volleyball. Yeah, some of the Bears from Dallas. And these are the floats. If you guys are watching this, these are actually floats from the Krewe du Vieux. Krewe du Vieux is actually a crew there in New Orleans. It's a group. It's an organization where they have parades just like any other Mardi Gras parade. And this theme it's centered around sex and about
BearPodcast is way centered around sex.
Yeah, that's right.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah, they
Mainly
have
the lack of, but.
Yeah, that's true. So they have their floats are very
So who is
sexual.
this laying all up on the floor here?
I don't know. How do you like it? Don't you want to mount that? He's just.
That was Pinoy, wasn't it?
No, he's not.
He wasn't? Is that white?
I think I don't know. I think he's maybe Mexican, maybe Hispanic. I'm not sure. It's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Lying down on the floor already.
Uh-huh.
But it's actually, people are just resting. So it's Anyway.
Somebody's screwing the pooch.
Yeah, that's the point. People are screwing animals and stuff like that. They're kind of making a mockery of sex.
Bestiality.
Yeah, and eggs, an egg, fucking a chicken. So makes you wonder which
came
comes first. Which came
Yeah.
first? Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of funny. And they have good floats. It's very adult, and I can't believe there are kids walking around there. So I can't believe the parents would bring the kids there to watch a float. Hey, it's a parade, but it's all about sex. And
Well, I'm
kids
sure
are
unless
there.
they explain it to the kids, unless they're usually under the age of 8, they don't understand it. Usually over the age of 8, they're all talking about it. They might not know what the hell they're talking about, but they're talking about it.
Yep.
So.
Anyway, okay, so that's pretty much our weekend updates, and we're on to our topic now, which is
President Obama.
President Obama. Okay.
All right. President Obama, of course, was inaugurated today, but I just want to hit some of the keynotes out of his inaugural address because I thought it was very impressive, some of the stuff he said. And I hope, we can follow through and everybody can work together like that'll really happen in Congress. But anyway, President Obama becomes the first president to mention gay rights struggle in an inauguration speech. And I just pulled bits and pieces because I thought it was pretty good about the whole thing. We understand that outworn programs are inadequate to the needs of our time. We must harness new ideas and technology to remake our government, revamp our tax code, reform our schools, and empower our citizens with the skills they need to work harder, learn more, and reach higher. For our journey is not complete until our wives, our mothers, and daughters can earn a living equal to their efforts. Our journey is not complete until our gay brothers and sisters are treated like anyone else under the law. For if we truly created equal, then surely the love we commit to one another must be as equal as well. Our journey is not complete until no citizen is forced to wait for hours to exercise the right to vote. This is our generation's task, to make these words, these rights, these values of life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness real for every American.
I'm glad he mentioned that. I mean, it's pretty generic in most parts of it, but when it comes to gay rights and everything, it's like you said, it's the first time.
Well, he pulled a lot of his speech out of the Bill of Rights. I mean, there's a lot of quotes and stuff that he said about the Bill of Rights and about what the government's doing and stuff. And I think he's been getting a lot of backlash about the gun stuff. which I think, I don't know, we didn't talk enough about that to beat that dead horse down. But I thought it was very nice that the gays got mentioned. Hey.
Yes, the gays got mentioned.
But, the things that he talked about is that it's time that our government catches up with modern times. That we're not an antiquated old fossil that's not working.
Yeah.
That there's much more technologies there that we can use to make things happen faster, work faster, make life better for people. So it's going to be interesting.
I personally think that he is now bolder to say these things because before he's always been reserved. Now that he's he's got his second term.
Yeah.
And there's nothing much to lose, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get another term. So,
Yeah.
he's now, I guess, all out on expressing his support for the gay community. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and it was quite interesting to watch the inauguration because I was at lunch and I got to see bits and pieces of it. And I saw Jimmy Carter, who I hadn't seen in years. Bill Clinton was there. The Bushes were not there. The Bushes, since George was in the hospital, W declined. They both sent their regards that they couldn't make it. But a bunch of the other presidents that were still alive, and I think that was it. Reagan's dead. So it was Jimmy Carter. Because who's before Carter? Nixon?
Nixon?
No, it was
No.
no, because Nixon got impeached, and somebody who was that?
I forgot.
I can't remember. God, I was a baby. I can't
You were a
remember
baby.
it. But Carter
wasn't born yet.
Carter was there, and it went from Carter to Reagan, and Reagan was in for his 8 years, and then it was Clinton for 8 years.
And then it was Bush.
Then it was Bush.
Wait, it was it was Bush
George
Senior.
Bush Senior.
It was Bush Senior, and then Clinton, and then Bush Junior.
Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Obama. So, but they were all there except for the Bushes.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was kind of interesting to see that we have all these presidents that are still alive.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, okay. So it's impressive. I'm impressed with President Obama that he said that. I mean, I respect what.
yeah, one of my friends started posting on Facebook a quote from Caesar, and I was like,
Which Caesar?
"There's
I seen-
the Caesar, Shakespeare Caesar
Okay.
that Brutus. It's a big speech that is given about Caesar." About how everybody applauds him and apprails him, but we're the people that gave him the power to do the things that he did, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I got it. Time I read it, I knew exactly what they were talking about. And I was just like, come on now. Just because he wants to make health care available to everybody, control guns, because, we don't need automatic weapons in every household. I don't see any reason for anybody to have an automatic weapon. Hunting guns, pistols, fine. But I don't need no. But you know what? There'd be a lot less David Koreshes in the world if there were semi-automatics were regulated. I'm just saying. That's my personal opinion. That is not the opinions of BearPodcast. That is the opinions of Ray Priest.
Okay.
So,
All right. Now it's time for the gay, the geek, and the bizarre.
okay, our gay this week is comic nominees announced for the 24th GLAAD Media Awards. The Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation has announced its nominees for the 24th Annual GLAAD Media Awards, which recognize and honor media for their fair, accurate, and inclusive representation of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community and the issues that affect their lives. Included in the announcement are the nominees for Outstanding Comic Book, and while it's an impressive list, there's at least one book that is noticeably absent. The nominees are Astonishing X-Men.
I don't get that.
What?
I mean, I haven't bought that yet.
Okay. Batwoman,
Nope.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Nope.
Earth 2,
Yes. Checking that.
and Kevin Keller.
Kevin Keller is the spin-off from Archie.
Cheese. That's right.
Yeah.
Spin-off from Archie Comics.
Archie
so.
Comics. Mhm. Okay.
So anyway, of course, X-Men is a Marvel comic. Batwoman,
DC.
Earth 2 are all DC. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a Dark Horse, and the Kevin Keller, of course, is Archie Comics, which is their own brand name. So Not included in the list is Alison Bechdel's Are You My Mother, the follow-up to her best-selling and award-winning Fun Home. While it's worth noting that all the books are mainstream, thus eschewing some alternative efforts, the GLAAD Awards are ultimately meant to recognize representation in popular media. With that in mind, perhaps Bechdel's work and the work of other creators outside of the major comic publishers doesn't fit the criteria. Either way, it may be a discussion worth having. Also absent are Peter David's X Factor, the title that won the award in 2011, Stormwatch, starring Apollo and the Midnighter, and others. One could argue that the very fact that we've reached a point in which there are enough choices that we inevitably have snubs in the categories is a sign of progress. The winners for each category in this year's GLAAD Awards will be announced over the course of 3 ceremonies in New York City, March 16th, Los Angeles, April 20th, and San Francisco, May 11th.
So you're talking about X Factor as in the X Factor extension of the X-Men?
Yes.
So there are gay characters in that?
Yes. I don't know. See, I haven't been keeping up with them, so I don't know. So I got to go
Maybe
back
I
and
should
follow.
check out X Factor. You know what they should have included here also is actually Walking Dead. The Walking Dead has a gay couple in it too.
Yes. But they're not a predominantly gay couple. I mean, that's like a little sideline. I think most
Yeah, that's
of
true.
these-
It
It's
is
more
a sideline,
predominant thing.
yeah.
And Buffy's always had gay characters in it.
That's right.
So
Speaking of gay characters, in Buffy, remember 2009, I believe, we had Amber Benson in the show, where she played Tara in Buffy the Vampire Slayer when it was out. And Ray had the
Yep.
opportunity through our friend Sina Grace.
Yes. Who I actually chatted with the other day.
Oh, really? How is
Yes,
he?
he is doing very well with the Little Depressed Boy.
Little
He's
Depressed-
got some other side things that he's got going on. So
Yeah.
we need to. I guess we'll have to have him back on the show sometime and find out what's going on in the
Look
comic
at you
book world.
rubbing elbows with these big shots.
So,
God.
and I follow Amber
Amber Benson on Twitter?
Twitter
Yeah.
and stuff. So her and Zachary Quintes, so they're always posting funny
Oh, yeah.
stuff. So, and she's been sick lately, so hopefully she gets better.
Oh, okay. But Sina Grace, his comic book should be out also.
Yeah, Little
Eventually.
Depressed Boy. It's out.
Is Little Depressed Boy is a GLBT comic too?
No,
Not necessarily.
not
right?
necessarily. No, it's about a little depressed boy
It's really just okay.
who, and basically the Little Depressed Boy is kind of like a Raggedy Ann character, kind of doll-looking character.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he interacts with all the human people. So
Okay.
it's pretty good. The ones that I've read are actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
So, and I can very much relate to Little Depressed Boy.
Aw.
So,
I've yet to. Yeah, we talked about it when the last time we had him in the show.
yeah.
Yeah. Just side note: Sina Grace used to be the editor of the comic book side of The Walking Dead, and if you guys been collecting up until I think up to before issue 100 of The Walking Dead, he was the
Yeah.
editor, I think.
Editor, yeah.
And he was the one commenting on the letters. And if you read the letters behind the comic book, you know, fan letters, and he would answer them. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
You learn a lot. You learn a lot too.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so Sina Grace.
And we've had him on the show a couple times. Last time we had him on, we were actually talking about The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And he would give us no spoilers.
He won't give us any spoilers. He
Bitch.
can't. But the only spoiler that he did give us is that there's another community. There's a new community out there. So that's the only spoiler,
Yeah, we
which
know.
we already know. And now, anyway, if you're reading the comic book. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, okay, let's move on. So that's the gay. Now, on for the geek. Now, this is important for you downloaders out there. This might interest you. I don't know if any
This
of you
is for
guys.
downloaders, not people taking loads.
Yeah, those who don't take loads in their
Different
mouths. Okay, Mega. Kim.com. I think he changed his name to Kim.com. And Ray got this article because Kim.com is kind of bearish. And
He's a chub.
he's kind of a chub. Okay. So Kim.com, Mega Upload founder launches new file sharing site. So if you guys, before we go on, it's Mega Upload used to be you upload your files there and you get to share it via a link and you get to download it. And it's really popular in the BitTorrent community, in the piracy and the Pirate Bay type websites. So anyway, so indicted Mega Upload founder Kim.com launched a new file sharing website that promises users greater privacy and defies the U.S. prosecutors who accuse him of facilitating massive online piracy. Yeah, that's what he's accused of. So the colorful entrepreneur unveiled the mega site ahead of a lavish gala and news conference at his New Zealand mansion on Sunday night. See, if you're a pirate like that,
Yeah.
you get a mansion.
He was in the Shire. His mansion's in the
He
Shire.
was in the Shire.
It's a beautiful mansion in the Shire.
Yeah, okay. So the anniversary of his arrest on racketeering charges related to his now shuttered mega upload file sharing site. The site.com, his name is .com, D-O-T-C-O-M. The site.com, started in 2005, was one of the most popular sites on the web until U.S. prosecutors shut it down and accused him and several company officials of facilitating millions of illegal downloads. So Mega, like Mega Upload, allows users to store and share large files. It's like your box.net, it's like your Dropbox, you can share files. It offers 50 gigabytes of free storage. That's a lot. And much more than similar sites such as Dropbox and Google Drive, and features a drag and drop upload tool. The key difference is an encryption and decryption, feature for data transfers that .com says will protect him from the legal drama that has entangled Mega Upload and threatened to put him behind bars. The decryption keys for uploaded files are held by the users, not Mega, so they're not responsible, according to them.
Which means for somebody to go download something, they'll have to have the key to download it.
That's right. You have to give the key to somebody else. So they're really just a repository and they don't know what it is. So, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to download BearPodcast on here, once we get it set up, the key will be Slutty Bear. No.
Okay. So, to download this podcast. No, this is freely available to you guys. So the decryption keys for uploaded files are held by the users, not Mega, which means the company can't see what's in the files being shared. .com argues that Mega, which bills itself as the privacy company, therefore can't be held liable for content it cannot see. So there's a loophole there that they're kind of thinking about that. We're just providing a service, and you just put your files there. We don't know what it is.
That's right. We don't want to see it.
We don't want to see, but you can use your keys, whatever. You can share your and I know someone from the IT Bears Facebook group. They tried it out. I'd like to try it out to send private files or whatever. It's very simple. If somebody wants to have access to the files that you have, you just give them the key and then you put it in and you get to download it and you get to share it. And it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's really like Dropbox or Box.net or Pogo Plug, whatever. It's up to you to change the key or whatever key that you give it to them so you can share files. So yeah. So all you geeks out there, check it out. Go to Mega. I think it's. Oh, I don't know the link.
right.
I should have put the links on the website. So this is a
Then you
article
can
from
share your Twinkie and bondage porn with you.
That's right. You can share your bondage porn to Ray. That's right. Okay. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right, Ray. Let's go for the bizarre. This is your
Okay.
article.
Oh, for the bizarre. Okay.
Is he your type?
Oh yes. Me and Julio would fight over him.
Really, Zac Efron? He's kind of cute. He's kind of good looking. Yeah.
So anyway, I saw this today and I kind of laughed at it and I thought this was pretty bizarre. But basically, the story says Zac Efron needs to relax. The 25-year-old actor was recently embarrassed when he was spotted hanging out at a New York City sex shop, even though he was simply filming a scene in Are We Officially Dating, according to the New York Post. When Efron realized he had been photographed while standing next to an array of brightly colored dildos,
Brightly colored dildo.
he
Nice.
stopped production and ran out of the fantasy world to chase down the paparazzo. An eyewitness told the Post that the actor begged the photographer to delete the photos, claiming he didn't want his young fans to see them. He didn't want to see them up in him. We have to say we're a little surprised by Efron's reaction to having his photo taken in a sex shop. He played it much smoother when he accidentally dropped a condom on the red carpet at the premiere of the Lorax last year. Seriously,
Oh.
Zach, what are you so worried about? So,
Does this? Do you think he's gay?
I don't know. I don't care. He's hot. I'd fuck him.
Okay. All right. That will be in the that clip will be isolated next time for you.
What?
for our next
What? So
intro.
every time you say, I don't care, I'll fuck him.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's actually an interesting article. I don't know why it's bizarre. I guess it's bizarre because it's one of your crushes. And
Well, no,
they're
it's bizarre
found.
because he's in a sex. He got his picture taken in a sex shop, and he's freaking out about it.
Oh, okay. He's just freaking out about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you're on site, you're making a movie, you're in a sex shop. It's like going into Panda Bear. And he's in Panda Bear and got his picture taken in there in front of all the dildos, which are not sex toys. They are what, Maynard? What are they called?
Adult novelty
The items. That's right. He wasn't standing in front of dildos. He was standing in front of adult novelty items.
They're for costume purposes.
That's right. See, I'd have been more embarrassed about the condom falling out than being taken in a picture in front of a bunch of dildo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe when you see the picture, he kind of gets lost in the dicks,
Okay.
apparently. So don't be a douche.
Yep. Anyway, okay, so that's our articles for today. So
Yes.
let's go on with our audience comments. Here we go.
Sure.
So one is from Bear James, New Hampshire. I love your podcast. Aren't you so hot? What do you say?
I think you put that last part on yourself, didn't you?
No, he wrote that. Oh my God. Thank you, Bear James. Call me. Okay, the next one is from Joseph. Great video. Keep it up. It looks like you have a big tent cock.
What?
Which one? Him or me? I mean,
It ain't tan. It's pasty white like the rest of them. But I mean, it must be talking about you.
must be mine. How about yours? Aren't yours pink?
Pinkish.
Pinkish. Okay.
Blush and bashful.
Next one is from Tim in
Australia.
Australia. True Blood and Suki Stackhouse is freaking awesome. He likes it. He likes it too, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then from the website also from Don C. Don, he said, "Hey Nard, just wishing you and Ray all the best in 2013." Oh, thank you, Don.
Is that my landlord, Don?
Landlord Don. We met him at Drenchford.
Oh, that Don. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He gave us a teddy bear.
Okay, that's right. All right. Sorry, I was thinking it's my Don, the landlord.
Oh, that's a different Don.
Different
not
Don, yeah.
Is that the Don from Atlanta? No, it's the
No, Don from Houston.
Don from Houston. Oh, that Don. Okay, not
Because
Don.
it's Don C too.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And a shout out to my friend Scott from Rochester. Hope you're feeling better, man. Okay.
Yeah.
So, any more shout outs? Ooh, we have a shout out. You're supposed to have a shout out.
Shout out to who? I ain't jinxing it.
You're not jinxing. Okay.
There will be no shout outs
Okay.
until there's a ring on the finger.
Oh.
So, but we have some announcements.
If you wanted to put a ring on
That's
it.
right, put a ring on it. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. Okay.
I was talking to one of the girls at work. She said, "Aren't you moving a little fast?" I said, "I'm almost 45. I got to move faster." So,
Just like people who are getting older need to do some catch up on their 401k.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, for announcements, come join us at Louis 40. Louis turns 40 this year.
40 already?
Already, that's
40
right.
years?
40 years of Louis. Let us entertain you weekend. February 14th through the 17th. Yes, February 14th. You can get your freak on Valentine's Day. 2013 here in Houston, Texas. You can go register at www.louisweekend.com. Now, if you're coming to Louis and you do not have a hotel room booked already, you're going to be kind of screwed because the NBA playoffs are that weekend, the same weekend, and all the hotels in Houston are booked.
Wow.
Unless you're in some dive hotel, maybe. But all the main hotels downtown, anything that they tried to book was already pre-booked with the NBA stuff.
Wow.
So,
Yeah,
in fact, we usually do our show of shows at Rich's
Yeah, what about
every
that?
year. It's not going to happen there this year because somebody walked in and put them a fat check down and say, "Hey, we want to rent the club out for an NBA party
At Rich's?
at Rich's." So we
What
will
an ass! So where are we gonna do the shows?
numbers.
Oh, that's okay. Numbers is good.
I don't blame them. Shit, somebody come in and drop a fat check on me on a club that's struggling to get by and stuff. I'd be like, hell yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's
So I hate to say it, but it's a business. And
it's
as much as you like to work with the community and do stuff, you have to be able to pay the bills or you have to shut the doors. So
yeah, that's true.
somebody comes in and drops a fat check on so you can do an NBA party, be like, hey,
Wow. So it's gonna be numbers. Parking will be hard also at that area.
Yeah, so take the bus. So,
Yeah, probably just take the bus.
so.
Okay, so anything special this week for you, Ray?
What is this week? Nope.
Actually, this weekend is actually the Halloween and Party Expo 2013 being held here at the
George
R. Brown Convention Center, which I am missing right now because I have the podcast. No, actually, they're closed already. During the weekdays, they're only open until 6.
When did it start today?
No, it started last Saturday.
Oh, last Saturday. So we're gonna miss it all together.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow, I don't know. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try to go there after work or something like that, just to reach there at 6, just to see what's going on. The reason why you want to go to the Halloween Party Expo is you want to see what's going to be hot as costumes for the year.
Yeah.
And usually, the Halloween and Party Expo, this expo is actually for retailers, and they showcase. They even have costume. They have a runway,
Yeah.
and they have girls showcasing all these costumes, whether they're a superhero costume or an angel costume or whatever, or a leather costume, whatever. So
Yeah, and they also have guys.
they have guys
Don't
too.
forget your little bear that was in
Yeah, well, they're not much bears.
that putty costume.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Those chubby guys in very
Putty costume.
yeah, they're body grip, whatever you call that. It's not latex, but it's spandex.
Spandex.
Little spandex all over the body.
Yeah,
So
but it was nice.
very bulgy, if I should say. Yeah, it's happening 18th to the 22nd. So tomorrow, by the time this comes out, it will be closed. But then I want to check it out. I want to see what's going on. I want to see.
Instead of
new
Maynard
stuff.
telling me about it this weekend, so I could have went.
I know, but our
He
host
didn't want me to go
couldn't do
by
it.
myself. I could have went this weekend when I had some free time, videotaped, just some interviews.
I know, but I just found out from our guest, actually Ed, our friend Ed, who's been here on the show before.
Big Ed.
Big Ed, he's staying with me right now in the house, and he's actually doing his transactions there right now. And actually, right now, I think he may have a trick right now. I don't know. It's way past work hours, so he might be out.
He's having drinks.
He's having drink. No, he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. So
He's having a Diet Coke with
he's
somebody.
getting a Coke even. Gosh. But anyway, yeah. See, shout out to Ed. He's here in Houston right now, and he's doing transaction. He's trying to get us in the Halloween and Party Expo. It's just that we couldn't go because it's only open during the day. Because, like I said, it's only for retailers, not for bystanders like
Yeah.
us. But,
So, did his partner come in with him?
no, not this
Not
week.
this time.
No, he didn't come this time.
So anyway, what's up, Big Ed?
Sup. All right, so that's it.
Sup.
That's our show. And like I said earlier in the beginning of the show, thank you to Bear Radio for having us for 6 years. It's a pleasure doing shows for you. And we play on the Bear Radio Network every Thursdays and Sundays, 10 o'clock in Eastern Pacific. So thank you, Joe Malucci, for the support. And for all the bears who are listening in the Bear Radio Network, that's awesome. Thank you. For
And
supporting
Cubs and
us.
Chasers.
And Cubs and Chasers, yeah. Okay, so if you want to contact us, send your emails to show@bearpodcast.com.
Or give us a call at 206-222-BEAR. That's 206-222327. Leave us a call, give us a call, leave us a voice message, and we'll play it on the show.
You
Of course, nobody ever calls.
Nobody calls, but you missed one too.
What?
It's okay.
I got it right 1 point. 222.
Okay. And subscribe via iTunes, Vimeo, and YouTube, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And go to the official website at BearPodcast.com. Thank you everyone for watching and listening, and we will catch you guys on the next episode of Bear Podcast. Many wolves and many hugs.
Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear.
Me, 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 me.
Hey, girl, thank you for listening to us on Bear Radio Network. You know, it's been a pleasure for you listening to it.